Hi. No, 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 come in. You must be my 10 o'clock. You're right on time. I love punctuality. Okay, so you are here for a trigger test, correct? Okay, let me just pull you up in our system. Okay, just take a quick look at the screen for me. Yeah, just to make sure all of the information is correct, like your email address, contact details. Fabulous. Okay. So, now have you ever had a trigger test before, especially with us, because we do things a bit differently here? Okay. All right. Okay. So, basically, how it's going to go is I'll have you relax in this comfy seat, and I will demonstrate different triggers. Yes, all of them will be audio this time around. We can do a follow-up session with different, maybe visual ASMR triggers, or some people respond well to music. But for this time around, it's just going to be audio cues. Yes. I call them tranquility triggers. Okay. So can I get you anything? Okay, well, let me know. Yeah. I have sweet treats and different beverages, so yeah. All right. Yeah, I know it's been raining cats and dogs all day. Well, not literally, thank goodness. Remember that incident 2 years ago? Well, who could forget, right? Okay, so I'm going to start with a trigger that I find particularly relaxing, and it's the sound of a blanket being adjusted or folded. So I'm not going to speak when I do the triggers because I really want you to be able to gauge if it's the sound that I'm demonstrating that's triggering your ASMR, or if it's my voice. I don't want there to be a mix-up. Okay. Now, before we get started, do let me know, do you respond well to voice triggers? Whispered, soft-spoken? All right, okay. I'll make a note of that. Yeah, I'm going to be taking notes in between each of the little sessions, okay? Great. All right, well, I'm going to get the blanket and we'll dive in. Okay. Now, how was that well, let's do on a scale of 1 to 10 for each round, okay? Okay. Perfect. Are you comfy? Good, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is I have a collection of mermaid scales. No, they were ethically sourced. They were the ones that fell off. So we're going to, I'm going to gently tap those and just lightly touch them, and let's see if that helps you relax. Okay. All right. Now, once again, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate that? Okay. Got it. Okay. So for this next round, I'm actually going to, it's kind of functional. I feel like a cup of tea. So I'm going to prepare a cup of tea. I will do the whole process. That way you can hear it. So I'll gather the tea leaves and then actually pour the cup. Would you like one? Yeah, why not? All right, let me go ahead and do that. Okay, now again, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely amazing and 1 being not so much. Okay, all right. Okay, now for this next one, I am going to tap on a glass slipper. No, not the glass slipper, that would be a bit too costly, but it's a replica. How would you gauge that? Okay. Now I did 2 different sounds there. It was the side of the glass slipper and then the bottom. The bottom was a higher pitch. Did you prefer one or the other? Okay. I'm going to make a note of that. All right. Now for this next one, I have a brush that's just gently coated with pixie dust. Yes, it makes a richer sound, I find. So I'm just going to gently brush and see if that helps you kind of unwind. Good. Alright, once again, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give that one? Okay, I will jot that down. Okay, for the next one we're going to be doing, I am going to be kind of playing with a hair cutting cape. You'd find it at a hair salon, only this one's a little bit different. This one is a hand-me-down sort of from Rapunzel. Yes. I know it really doesn't make a difference in terms of the sound, but I don't know. It adds an air of mystery. And, magic, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and try that. Okay, now what's your score for that one? All right. Okay. So the next one we're going to do, are you doing okay so far? Okay, just let me know if you need anything or if you need to take a break. The next one we're going to do is a spray, and I think this kind of falls in line with the cape a bit. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with Rapunzel. It's just a spray bottle I have on hand, unfortunately. It is infused with lavender, though, so that's magic. Okay, I'm going to give this a try. Would you give that? Okay. Perfect. Now you're doing great. The next one, because my hand is now very wet, I'm actually going to use a cloth. So it's a cloth sound, almost like a facial cloth. All right? Okay. Yeah, just relax. Have your rating. Okay. No, we're getting a good trigger profile, definitely. Okay. Let me see what's up next. So let's go with sequins. Okay, so I have this sequin ball gown here. Yes. No, it's a Cinderella replica. I know, I have a lot of replicas laying around here. But the genuine articles are so expensive, you know. So this, I'm just going to see how you react to the sequin noises, not so much the fabrics, because we've already gone over some fabric sounds. So let's focus on the sequins this time. All right. How about that one? Okay. Let's move on to the next one, and this is going to be an empty spell bottle. I'm going to cork it and uncork it. I know the rain is just coming down out there, right? It's a trigger on its own. Okay, so let's do the spell bottle and let's see how you respond to it. A little bit faster. I wanted to see if different sound paces affected you. Okay. Alright, so your score for that one. Fantastic. I'm just jotting, the notes. It's not only the score, it's also maybe how enthusiastic you are in saying the score, or just kind of observations I make during the session. Yeah, I'll definitely give you this report when we're done. Absolutely. Alright, so for this next one, it's a bit on the special side. We had to source this, once again ethically, of course. It was shed naturally, but we have a phoenix feather. I know. So I'm going to go ahead and handle that and see how you react to it. What about that one? All right. Perfection. I have one last trigger for you, and this is, I'm going to be tapping on a magic wand. It's a wooden wand. I believe it's made of cedar or oak. I can't remember which. But we'll see how you respond to that, and then we'll have a little wrap-up discussion. Does that sound like a plan? Great. Did you care for that one or not? Now, there were two different sounds. It was kind of a tapping, and then I actually kind of was kind of brushing against the wand. Okay. So, yeah, two different scores. Great. Okay. So I lied. There's actually one more that I forgot about. And it's a little sachet or a little satchel, and it's filled with magic beans. I can't forget this one, so let me go ahead and grab that. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one. Yep, and then we'll have our little chat. Great. And once again in there, it was kind of a 2-for-1 deal. So there was the actual magic beans in the bag, and the bag noise itself, kind of a fabricy, kind of a mesh. What is the name of that? Not burlap, well, whatever the case is. Organza, maybe. Anywho, did you like both of the sounds or one or the other more? Okay. Fabulous. Okay. So now, based on your assessment, I'm going to give you the report as I said earlier. So what I always recommend to clients is essentially there's groups of triggers. So for instance, in my case, I'm triggered by fabric noises. But I don't much care for eating noises, eating sounds. Yeah, we didn't do any of those today because I feel much like visual triggers or musical triggers, that's kind of a category on its own. Yeah. So, what I always recommend is you just kind of see what group you gravitate toward the most, and then you see which particular sounds in that group are best for you. And some people are kind of, I call them samplers. They kind of dance around, and they have certain triggers in each group that that resonate with them. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So I'll send you home with all the info. I also have a booklet that, yes. And we can definitely do a follow-up session if you like. If you want to kind of target a specific group of triggers, we can do that. Okay. This was kind of a more overall session just to kind of narrow everything down. Okay, great. Well, it was lovely seeing you, and I hope you come back for more sessions with me. Absolutely. Okay. Well, you take care. Hope to see you soon.